I want to give a shout out to a viewer of mine, or I don't know if he's a subscriber or a viewer, named Jeff Reckstark, and I hope I pronounced your surname correctly. It's Recstark. But he made a very interesting comment about 26 minutes ago on my previous video. And he said, if they, meaning General Motors, if they don't keep the plant in Oshawa open, they should pay back all the bailouts we've given them over the decades. And I said that's a great idea. So I looked around the internet to see if there were any petitions on this. A petition which would demand that General Motors pay back the bailout money that they received in 2008. If they're so determined to move to Mexico, then we should be just as determined to demand that they pay back every single penny, every single half penny that they got in bailout money. We should demand that. And I was looking to see if there's a petition on that, and there isn't any. So I made the petition, and it's pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. We Canadians need to demand that General Motors pays back the money and pays it back quickly. If they are so determined to leave for Mexico, then they should not be allowed to take our bailout money with them. That bailout money was there because a bunch of politicians said that we need to take our tax dollars and give it to this company so that they don't leave. And many people said corporate welfare is no good. We shouldn't do it. Because unlike people who need welfare and who get welfare and who genuinely may appreciate it, corporations will take that money and do what they want with it, and they will move if they feel like it. You could give them $1,010,000,000. They will leave if they feel that they can get cheaper labor. And we said no, and these politicians said we're doing it. So now we should demand, if you're a patriot, listen to me, if you're a patriot, if you have honor for your country and for yourself, you're going to allow these foreign companies to come in one after the other, do what they have to do, and then leave and then decimate a community? If you have honor, Canada, if you have honor, just like the people out there in Oshawa, the General Motors workers out there who do have honor, who are right now sitting in, they're making a sit-in, they're not doing a stitch of labor right now, because of General Motors' refusal to be reasonable. If you have honor, you'll sign that petition right now. If you are a patriot, you'll sign that petition right now, demanding that General Motors pays back the money if they're so determined to move to Mexico. We shouldn't allow them to take our tax dollars to Mexico with them. Don't allow that. If they leave, the federal government should demand that General Motors pays back that money. At the very least, tax it from them. You can fine them, send them to court, lock them up, do whatever you have to do, and they can do it too. I'm so sick and tired of people like Justin DeLonger and Matt Daddy, son of Satan, Trudeau, saying that there's nothing that can be done. And even my man Doug Ford, who I love, respect, but even he, there's nothing that can be done. Yes, there is something that can be done, brother Doug. There is something that can be done. You should you should know that. There is something that can be done. There's many stuff that can be done, but at the very least, we as a people should not allow them to take our money with them to Mexico. So go down to the comment section, sign that petition. It's a petition demanding that if General Motors is leaving for Mexico, we demand that the federal government take back every penny that it gave General Motors in bailout money, and then do what you want with that money. I personally think that we should redistribute that money to the people. And at the very least, they redistribute it to the people who worked at General Motors, who now are going to be forced out without any job. Redistribute that money to them. They're the ones who are being punished now because of General Motors' poor financial decisions and the federal government's lack of an inability to create a business-friendly environment for Canada. So it should be redistributed to the people of the Durham region, or instead of that, redistributed to the workers or the former workers of General Motors who worked in that Oshawa plant. But with all that being said, the main thing now is that we get back that money and that General Motors pays back the money. Pays back the money. Pay back the money. Do not send that money to Mexico. The federal government is now on notice. Justin Malonga and Mac Daddy Trudeau said that he was going to be for the middle class. Doug Ford said he was for the people. This petition is a petition created by the Arana Nation, the commander-in-chief of the Arana Nation, yours truly, for the people, who now demand that General Motors pays back the bailout money before they are allowed to move to Mexico. This is the Arana Nation.